can be played by 2 to 8 players. The object of the game is to become the wealthiest player in the game through buying, renting, and selling property. What do you need to play Monopoly? A Monopoly board, 2 six-sided dice, playing tokens for each player, 32 houses, 12 hotels, 16 chance and 16 community chest cards, 28 title deed cards for each property. Money. Choose a banker. Select someone as banker. If this person also plays, then he must keep his personal funds separate from those of the bank. This player is in charge of all the money, property, houses, and hotels still belonging to the bank. The bank pays salaries and bonuses. The bank collects all taxes, fines, loans, and interest, and the price of all properties which it sells and auctions. The bank can't go broken. If the bank runs out of money, the banker may issue as much as needed by writing on an ordinary paper. Game setup. Place a Monopoly board on a table. Stack the chance and community chess cards face down on their allotted spaces on the board. Each player selects a token to move around the board. Each token starts on the go space. Before the game starts, the banker gives everybody their starting money. Each player is given $1,500, divided as follows: 2 $500 bills, 2 $100 bills, 2 $50 bills, 6 20s, 5 10s, 5 5s, and 5 1s. Who goes first? Starting with the banker, each player throws both dice. The player that rolls the highest total on both dice goes first. Gameplay proceeds clockwise from that player. Let's start the game. Each player places his token on the go. On each player's turn, the 2 die are rolled, and they move their token to the same number of spaces equal to the value rolled. Based on the space landed, an action will be taken. Monopoly has many different kinds of spaces. Most of them are properties that you can buy or pay rent on. A property's price is listed on the bottom of the space, but some of them require you to draw a card from 1 of 2 decks, collect money, or even go to jail. Go. Every time a player lands on or passes the go space, the player will collect $200 from the banker. Free parking. If a player lands on the free parking space, nothing happens. Income tax. The player may land on a tax space and will pay the tax described. Chance. A player may land on a chance space and will draw a chance card. The action described on the chance card is then completed, and the card is returned to the bottom of the pile. Community chest. A player may land on the community chest space and will draw a community chest card. The action described on the community chest is then completed, and the card is returned to the bottom of the pile. Jail. If a player lands on the jail space, nothing happens, as he or she is just visiting other players' property. If a player lands on a property square that is already owned by another player, the player will have to pay the owner rent. The amount owed is listed on the property card. Go to jail. There are 3 ways to be sent to jail. 1. Land on a square space marked go to jail. 2. Draw a card marked go to jail. 3. Roll doubles 3 times in a row. There are 4 ways to get out of jail. 1. Pay the $50 fine before rolling the dice. 2. Use a get out of jail free card before rolling the dice. 3. Roll doubles. 4. After the 3rd failed attempt to roll doubles, you must pay $50 and leave the jail. When you get out of jail, move the number of spaces indicated by the dice. While in jail, you may buy and sell property and collect any rent you owe. You are not sent to jail if you land on jail space during gameplay, and you don't get the fine. How to win Monopoly. You may end the game at any time and tally the total net worth of each player. You can play until one player has been declared bankrupt. Bankruptcy occurs when a player owes more than he or she can pay. You must turn over all that you have, including money and title deeds, to the bank or another player, depending on who the current debt is owed to. If any player declared bankruptcy, then he or she is no longer part of the game. The last player or the player with a